Yes, now this is the setup. We are going to take a experiment reading by switching on the supply. So this is the first DC supply which we have switched on. Then we'll switch on the starter. This is the supply. Then we have switch on the starter. But remember that at that time the position of the switch should be on 2 dash. So this is the starter. Then using this rheostat, we have to adjust the speed of the motor to be 1500. So here we are measuring the speed which is around 1560. Yes, approximately 1500 speed. Okay, now at that time we will keep we have to also measure the voltage across the generator. So this is the first generator at no load. Using this rheostat, we have to adjust the voltage to be 230, around 230. So this is the generator armature voltage. At that time the load has been kept off. So right now we are taking the reading at no load condition. Okay, so this is the normal motoring operation. Now important thing is, before doing the braking, we have to take a first reading and we have to note down the natural stop time. Okay, now what do you mean by natural stop time is, when the motor is in a normal working condition, at that time the switch is at 2 dash, right? The stop time is as soon as this switch I am taking off, we have to start the stopwatch, and also we have to notice the motor. So the time at which the motor will get stopped, we have to stop our stopwatch. Okay, so here we are doing the same thing. We are taking the reading of that. Okay, so I will say start. Stop. Okay, so now this is the first reading that we have noted down for the time, and that time is coming to be 6.78 seconds. That is the natural stop time, right? Now we have to take actually the braking. Now important part is, in the braking, when we have to take a reading is, first again we will start the normal motoring mode. So it is 2 dash, then only the motor will get start with 1500 rpm. Second thing, now the important part is here, this braking is very fast. So what we have to do is, once the motor will, I am going to convert on this braking side, at that time I have to note down the braking current also. And what will happen when I will connect on the braking side, the motor will start rotating in the reverse direction, but we should not allow the motor to run in the opposite direction. So what we need to do is, we need to stop the motor immediately. So if we cannot able to take the reading of braking current as well as the stop time fast, then we can do in the two different part. That first we'll note down the stop, that is the braking time, and the second time we can measure the this braking current, because here we don't have a facility that 2-3 person at a time can notice both the thing. So we can take the two reading separately. Okay, now what will happen, the stopwatch you have to start in the condition when I'll switch over this switch from 1 dash to 0. Clear? So that stop time, that braking time you have to observe, which is very fast. It is approximately 1 to 2 seconds only. Okay, so at that time 2 person has to be there. One is near to the motor and another has to be with the switch. Okay, so in this way, now we'll take the reading of the braking time. So important is, again we have started the setup. This is the natural start. Okay, now the braking. Start. Stop. Okay, so the motor will get stopped immediately and the time has been noted down. Now we will again take the reading for the braking current, because here the braking time was so fast, hardly it is 1 to 2 seconds. So now at what time we have to take a braking current is, the moment I put the switch on the 1 dash, at that time we have to note down the reading of the braking current. You can see it is approximately 12 ampere. Okay, so this is the braking current we have noted down. with the no load condition, and here this is the braking resistance that we have provided right now, 100% position. Okay, the same setup we can repeat with the load condition, and we can observe the value of the braking current, that what will happen to the braking current and the braking time. Now we are keeping the set at the no load position only, but we are only changing the this braking rheostat at the 50% position, and we will again see that what is the difference in the braking time and the braking current is taking place. So first we will take the natural stop time. Okay, so this is the natural stop time. Start, stop. So the natural stop time is coming over here. It is around 1.77. Now next we will do again the braking with the 50% of the external resistance, normal motoring mode. At a time we will measure the braking time and the braking current. The braking current is around 40 and stop, and the motor has been immediately stopped. Okay, so and we can observe that here the braking current has been reached to, previously it was 12, but now as we have reduced the resistance, the current has reached up to 14 ampere. Okay, and at that time the time which has been noted down, that so with the 50% the resistance value, the braking time has been again reduced to 0.7, which was previously around 1.5 seconds. Now it has been reduced to 0.7. Okay, so this is the setup which you need to understand, that so many readings has to be taken at a time. So you should not allow to run the motor in a reverse direction. So as soon as the motor starts moving in the reverse direction, you start stopwatch, and then when it gets stopped, you have to stop the stopwatch, right? So the important role is for the switch. Again I am saying this is the normal motoring mode, then this is the braking mode. From the braking to stop, so this time we have to note it down in between this. Okay, and that will be your braking time, and at this time when it comes to over here, the current will get shoot up, so it will give you the braking current. Okay, and the same setup again you can do. This is I have shown only with the 100% and the 50%. Now what we need to do is, again we will start the motor, but we will load the generator. So we have to note it down. Okay, suppose generator voltage is when we start the motor, as per that we have set the resistance rheostat over here, which is having the 230.
2.5 ampere set.
Yes. So this is the load which we have set to almost 2.5 ampere, and now at that time we just have to note it down, what is the natural stop time and what is the braking time and the braking current at the time of load. Okay, so natural stop time we will take over here. Start, stop. No. Stop.
4 point.
So this is the first reading that we have taken the natural stop time, but right now the braking resistance is at 50%. Okay, and we have seen that the time of the natural braking, natural stop time of the motor has been reduced compared to the no load condition. Right, now the same reading we can take for the braking with the 50% of the resistance, and this load is of 2.5 ampere. Natural forward motoring mode. Yes, but it is important to note down now the braking current as well as the braking time. So braking time will be from this 211 to 0 position. Stop. Stop. Atlo 2.9. I will take braking current. Start. Stop. Now we will see the braking current. with 50% external resistance or the braking resistance and the load. Okay, so braking current will be so current is exceeding its value 14 ampere and above at the load condition. Okay, so similarly we can take the setup, 3 different setup or the 4 different setup. First, at the no load condition. In the no load condition, we can change the position of this rheostat to 40, 60, 80 like that. Note down the natural stop time, braking time and the braking current. Similarly, next time we can load the generator, and after loading the generator, same by again 100% 80, 60, 40, we can take the natural stop time, braking time as well as the braking current.